Whenever I stop and think about the houses and the community, and the overall just location and the things that I've seen yesterday, it just puts me into a trance. It puts me in a position to where I have to be uncomfortable. I have to be uncomfortable. This is extremely uncomfortable for me right now. Extremely uncomfortable. And if you knew me from a bag of rocks, you would know. But just this last Friday and Saturday, I drove an Uber just to see what it was like. I drive like semi trucks, like big trucks. So I wanted to figure out what's a good form of supplemental income in case I'm not driving. You know, just to see what it was like. And it may not be something I'll ever pick up again. And not because of the money. I'll make a video about that. It's probably going to be right after this one. So I could just give that its own life. But this video is basically highlighting my evil villain story about how I'm about to use this platform and the people I meet on it to build my network to make sure that I can achieve the next level. Somebody knows something that I don't know. The houses that I saw yesterday in North Atlanta changed my life. 3 people that I took somewhere yesterday, and it was only 5 hours a day. But again, all of those details about the rides and things of that nature will be in the next video. But just those three people, all women, as a matter of fact. I think it was only 2. No, it was a solid 3. Really put it in perspective. 3 women. Yep, damn sure was 3 women. Put it in perspective that what it is I'm doing is not enough. It's not enough and it's not right. Now, I know I'm on the right track. I know I'm on the right track. And I feel good about it. I feel good knowing that I'm on the right track. All right, so I think I got it figured out for my first time. If it doesn't look too good, please forgive me. So we're gonna take a little bit of time here. I'm gonna have to learn how to edit all of that confusion out. But I'm proud of myself. All right, is this tab here? So this is the part that's really getting me, and I know I have to break down and figure out why and what, because we break it down here. It's showing my average spending over these last couple of years. And I'm not tripping here, but doesn't that not look a little excessive? I mean, and I'm saying a little just to save face, but is that not breaking off into the excessive category, or is it just me, right? Uh, I try to really break it down, but I know I can't get it too accurate. And once I can really get a track of my spending, then I know that's something that's possible. So of course I'm self-employed, so not everything is going to be just really gridlocked and Excel spreadsheeted to just how much I'm supposed to make. So it's kind of all over the place. But of course that's another breakdown into how the evil villain story kind of all began. If I didn't already mention it, so the details of the Uber story and stuff like that, we might break down into another video. But these 3 women, I swear, they just showed me I'm not doing enough, and whatever I'm doing, I'm not doing it right. It respectfully, and I'm glad God put them in my life. That's what we're here for. Now, this income category, this is where things get interesting. So if we can't tell here, see how my spending is? 2022, I was running very lean. But I was still making some good money, but I was running very lean. 2023 hit, running very lean, right? But 2024 is, by the way, 2022 was, it's only so low for a reason. I was missing a section, like a tab somehow. I don't know how it does that. I don't know why it's calculated like that, but trust me, I made more money than 2022 than, so, so, but regardless. So what we're really looking at here is the spending though, because that's actually a pretty solid depiction of the amount of money that I was spending a month in 2022. But 2023 and 2024 is really, I'm really starting to show my ass here because will this pull up the monthly? No. So January I was doing pretty okay. My minimum is usually anywhere between 8,000 to 10,000 is pretty much take home, of course, is going to be my uh, my scale of how it is I'm doing that month, because showing the gross numbers before business is, well, before all of my business expenses, is way over. I mean, it's way over. That's not even the point of even getting into those details, because that's just a whole nother world. But what that business generates, uh, the trucking, what it generates is this in January. I was pretty much okay with it, rolling off the holidays. Everybody wants a nice break. Uh, February, shortest month. I was doing great, great. Look, once I passed that eight 8,000 to me is I did good. I did good. I did fairly good. Over 10 is, oh my goodness. I did great. Even 10 is I did great. The closer I get to 10 is fantastic. Over 10? Oh my goodness. And the shortest way, oh my goodness. Right, so March still had the same spunk. April, we were coasting, but we were starting to realize different avenues to get to where we needed to be. Now, May, I made one of the biggest mistakes in my career. And, ugh, I even hate talking about it. But I ended up getting a warning, which is worse than a ticket. Hopped out in the left lane. If you got a CDL, you know. If you don't, there's consequences. So I ended up losing one of the best contracts that I've ever had. Let's see. June, I'm where I am now, trying to scrape it and put it together. I was doing dry van stuff. Remember, 8 means I'm doing good. Below that was a problem. And I'm still piggybacking off the debt that I know I needed to pay for from the month before. So it was a struggle. But something had to shake. Come July, ended up buying the trailer, the flatbed trailer. Took a few days for everything to go through. The paperwork after that was actually the most headache. But it finally got taken care of, and I was finally ready to go the last day. No, I think it was like the first day of August. So I did my best. I am not gonna lie to you. I did my absolute best for what I had, but I was working way too hard. I was putting my truck through too much, and maybe those details we can break down in later. I really want to try to get this point across. August, I was doing good. Right, this was the first month fully with the flatbed trailer, and I said, okay, we're on the way. We're on a good path. I was on the same path here until that Hurricane Helene mess came through and tore up this last week, which is exactly what led me into driving Uber. Not because I needed the supplemental income, but I wanted to know, hey, in the moment where I can't drive the truck, and those numbers were extremely disappointing. So, again, we'll be going over those numbers in a separate video, and it most likely will be the exact next video. So, this right here is intentionally to rip the covers off, to unleash the veil. Well, rip off the veil, I guess. Lift the veil. Yeah, that's right. Lift the veil and show what's going on. Because I need to increase this and decrease this. Well, in comparison, because increasing this is also not always a bad thing for the tax liability people, So that's not always the worst thing to do. However, over here, though, we need to increase this. And I appreciate whoever stayed along to understand what it is I'm working with here. I really do appreciate it. This was a really big, vulnerable step for me today. And I don't even care to be the like, comment, subscribe guy. I mean, maybe I will later, but this is not that. This is not that right now. Anybody got any tips? Anybody see where I can be running leaner, not just physically, because clearly I could pass on a good salad here and there, but with all seriousness, all jokes aside, there's something I can do. If somebody looks at this and says, "Oh yeah, from what it is we're seeing," and as you go through this journey with me and you see what's going on, and say, "You know what? Spending habits don't look that bad. You just got to make some more money," or, "Hey, you're making a decent amount, but trim the fat here and there," or, "Hey man, I'm in the same boat. Let's figure this out." Because who knows? This video might touch somebody who's where my number might be 9,000. Their number might be what? 19, 29, 49, 59, 1.9. There's no telling. But what I'm doing, I'm not doing it correctly. And I'm man enough to admit it. Continue to thank God every day. Leave a comment and keep an eye out for the next video because it's coming. It's coming.